Hi everybody, today we're going to look at solving one-step equations. An equation states that two expressions are equal. So when we solve equations, we are looking for the value of the variable that makes the equation true. When we solve one-step problems, we need to do one of the following operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. We want to do the opposite of the operation that appears in the equation. So for given w plus 5 is 17, I want you to notice that the original operation is addition. We want to do the opposite of addition, which will be subtraction. I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides of the equation, which gives me w equals 12. If I want to check my solution, 12 plus 5, I get 17, which says we solved it correctly. Our next equation says 4y is 28. Again, we start by looking at which operation we have. This time we have multiplication. The opposite of multiplication is division. That says I'm going to divide both sides by the number 4. When I divide both sides by 4, this tells me that y is equal to 7. Again, we could quickly check that by plugging the 7 back into the original equation. This gives us 4 times 7 is 28, which says we did it correctly. Our next equation says x minus 6 is 2. So what operation should we use to solve the equation? Hopefully by looking at the subtraction, you think the opposite is addition, so let's go ahead and add 6 to both sides. The positive 6 cancels the negative 6, then 2 plus 6 is equal to 8. So our solution is x equals 8. In this equation, I have 1/5 of x is equal to 4. We can think of 1/5 of x as the same as x over 5. That shows us the operation is division. The opposite then is multiplication, so let's go ahead and multiply both sides by positive 5. Now I have 5 times 1/5 of x is equal to 5 times 4. I can cancel the 5 and 1/5, and then simplify 5 times 4 on the right to get x is equal to 20. In this equation, I have 2/3 of t is equal to 8. When we divide by fraction, we multiply by the reciprocal. So the reciprocal of 2/3 is 3/2. We want to multiply both sides by 3/2. On the left, I have 3/2 times 2/3 of t. On the right, I have that's equal to 3/2 of 8. We can multiply 3 times 8 to get 24. 24 over 2 is 12, or you can put this in your calculator to get your simplified result. You do have a second option. You can solve this equation in 2 steps. The first step would be to clear the fraction by multiplying both sides by 3. So I have 3 times 2/3 of t is equal to 3 times 8. The 3's cancel, which gives me 2t is equal to 24. Now I need to divide by 2 to solve for t. Now I have 2t over 2 is equal to 24 over 2, which tells me t is 12 again. In the next video, we'll look at more problems that require 2 or more steps to solve equations.